So this is just a whole bunch of operations on logarithms that you've been learning how to do, just a bunch of manipulations. So if I have to solve, for example, number 1, 5 times 3 to the x equals 7.85. I'm trying to get up at this x here. So it's going to be, I see I'm going to have to use logarithms because the exponent is the thing I'm looking for. But it's perfectly legal to start out by dividing both sides by 5. So I might just take out my calculator and just type in 7.85 divided by 5. And that's 1.57. So now I know 3 to the x equals 1.57. Now maybe some of you know a shortcut, but gee, I can't remember the shortcut, so I'm going to go and do it the long way. So I'm going to take the log of both sides there. And the power in doing that is when I take the log of this side, that little x comes down in front. So x times the log of 3 is equal to the log of 1.57. And now to solve and get x alone, I can simply divide both sides by the log of 3. And that one I'd have to use my calculator to figure out. The log of 1.57 divided by the log of 3. And I get 0.41, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So then you can check it if you need to. For the next problem, there's a million different ways to rewrite the log of 30 as a difference. Remember that if I want to write it as a difference, that means that I'm going to subtract. And in order to use subtraction, that is like with division. I think the book actually gave you this example, 300 divided by 10. That's the same as saying, let's just move this over. That's the same as saying the log of 300 minus the log of 10, because remember subtraction went with division in logarithms. Or you could have said the log of, I don't know, 90 divided by 3, that's 30. So log of 90 minus log of 3. Or you could say millions of other things. So you can find a way to do that. Here it says find, for number 3, find log of 5 plus log of 6 just by putting 1 into my calculator. So if I have log of 5, or by putting 1 log into my calculator, yeah. 1 single log, I could write that as the log of 5 times 6, which is the log of 30. There. So I put in log of 30. And then find the log of 1,000. I hope you guys could get this one on your own. The log of 1,000. Remember that means 10 to what power equals 1,000? And I happen to know, oops, that's not true. 10 to the third equals 1,000. And then the last problem on there, number 5, log base 5 of x equals -1. I would rewrite that as an exponent. So hopefully your team can figure out how to rewrite this as an exponent. 5 to the -1 equals x. And 5 to the -1 is the reciprocal function, so I would just say 1 over 5. And I would not turn that into a decimal. The next problem you're going to work on is you're going to find the inverse of something linear, -2x plus 3. You're going to call that g of x. And then I ask you a bunch of questions about it. So go ahead and work on that with your team. And when you're ready for the answers, just click go, go.